How do you say good morning, everyone?
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my court. Now, you must understand, when I'm talking, I do not want interrupting, right?
Right.
And then we'll get along fine.
So,
Right.
The first case is Mickey Mouse and Spider-Man. So, Mickey Mouse, what does Spider-Man do to you?
Well, Judge, I don't know if you've seen Spider-Man, but he has these webs that shoot out from his wrist. Really? Goodness. And what does he use those for? Well, he swings from building to building. If he's trying to catch some criminals, it means he can get there faster. Well, that's good, isn't it, Mickey? Well, yes, but he thinks it's funny to keep shooting it at me. And then I get all wrapped up in this web. And it's very sticky and I don't like it. And when I say to him, I wish you wouldn't do that, he just laughs. He thinks it's very funny. Right. Now then, Spider-Man. I hope you're not going to start shooting webs all over in my courtroom. No, sir. Why do you keep doing that to Mickey?
Making shoot webs at Michelle.
You don't have to go and hit her. It just goes like that. Psh.
What does his nose say?
Judge, you shot me with a web. Didn't I say you had to behave in my courtroom? This is unacceptable behaviour.
I see him to Judge Rinder. He
knocked him over.
He shot a web at her judge and knocked him over. What does he say?
Right. I'm going to have to get all this sticky stuff off me now. You've ruined a very good shirt.
What a very good shirt.
The shirt I'm wearing. So, this has got to stop. You do a very good job, Spider-Man, by helping catch criminals. But you shouldn't be firing your web at people who haven't done anything wrong. It's only a bit of fun, Judge. Yes, well, people don't appreciate it. So you need to stop.
Shut a mugger like a Michelle.
Well, I don't know what we're going to do with you, Spider-Man. What do you think we should do, Michelle? What does Michelle think?
Did this show him we should do?
I think if he doesn't stop, we have to remove the webs and then he can't shoot at anyone. You can't do that.
Shoot it again, Michelle. What should we do? He keeps shooting at us. What should we do, Michelle?
Well, I know for a fact that these superheroes, there's quite a few of them, and somebody must be in charge, and I think that person needs to have a word with Spider-Man and make him behave. Good idea, Michelle. Make some phone calls and find out who's in charge and we'll get that person to talk to him. Yes, Judge.
Shoot your go at me. I got Michelle. He keeps shooting Michelle.
Michelle, leave the court.
Why?
And then he doesn't shoot you again and you can get on the telephone and find out who's in charge.
Wink, wink. Hello. I just looking for the telephone. I got it here. Here, did you want to give it to you? I was a telephone.
Who am I speaking to, please? This is Judge Rinder.
Mr. Worrell, I'm in charge of the superheroes. What do you want today?
Well, we've got Spider-Man here, and he's been a bit of a nuisance. He just keeps firing his web at everybody.
That's okay. That's what superheroes do. Goodbye.
What?
away now. He's come home now, Judge.
Well, I can't do anything else for this case.
What can you do then?
I don't know. I think we'll just have to adjourn it.
What does that mean you do it?
Do it again at a later date when I can go and investigate more. Right?
Right now, case is dismissed. I just Mickey said her case is adjourned. I just Mickey say.
He's not very happy, but he's hoping that now he's had a talking to off the judge, he might behave a bit more. That Spider-Man.
Oh dear. Shh, shh, shh. Shut up, Mickey. The best case is the mug of Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is up again with Captain Hook. And you have to say about this one, Judge. Look, Michelle's come back. Well, Skydiver's gone. Michelle has come back.
Right. Right, proceed then, Mickey. What seems to be the problem this time? It's Captain Hook. He's not a very nice man, you know. He's a pirate. And he goes taking people's treasures off their ships. And then he starts digging places up to bury the treasure. He's very annoying. And he's just not nice, Judge. He needs telling. You can't be going digging everywhere up. But, Judge, where would I put all my treasure? Have you thought about getting a safe or a big vault to put it in? Said the judge.
Could you Tim?
Well, what do you mean by that? Because they have a special code that only you will know, so nobody else can get into it. And you could put all your treasure into that, lock it up, and it will be safe, and nobody can get into it. I like the sound of that, Judge. That would be better, because sometimes people find it when I've buried it. They go searching when they know I've put someone in the ground. Right, Mickey. So this should stop the problem. Yes, Judge. Thank you very much. You've always got some very good advice for people.
So is that case dismissed? Case dismissed. Are you happy, Mickey?
Yes.
So what's Captain Hook going to do then?
He's going to go and buy a great big safe that he can put all his treasure in. And then nobody can get to it.
Good idea.
Very good idea.
So the best case should be Daisy Duck and a man, a golden man, who builds himself equal. Hi Daisy, what was this man supposed to build you?
Well, Judge, I was meant to be having a lovely new kitchen. So the builder came and measured everything up, told me which shop to go to buy all the units and pick which I wanted. So I did. Beautiful units, sir. They were very nice. Nice new sink, everything brand new. And then, when he came to start work, he kept knocking great holes in my walls. Whatever for, builder? Well, I didn't mean to, sir. I was trying to make the holes for the plug sockets. And I think I hit a bit too hard and we ended up with great big holes in the wall. Well, that's not very good, is it?
That's not very good, is it?
No, I suppose not. It isn't, Judge. I can't cook anything in my kitchen. It's just a mess. And he's not getting on with doing the jobs. Right. So you've got two choices, Mr. Builder. You either put the job right or Daisy, you could get in another builder. I hope you've not paid any money to this builder man. No, Judge. Everybody says never pay the workman till the job is done. That is very good advice, Daisy. You should never ever do that, because it's too late once you've paid the money. Because he is waiting for his money now, he'll come and fix it, won't you, builder? Yes, sir. I'll get it done as soon as I possibly can. And think on, don't be hitting the walls so hard. You're causing extra work now. You've got to plaster them all, haven't you? Yes, Judge. Right then, off you go.
Case dismissed. Does it have to be dismissed, says Michelle? Good guy, everyone. So, next, Donald Duck and the man. So, Donald Duck, what's the problem with this man?
This man is a nuisance. He lives in the house next to me. And he plays his music so loud and late at night when I'm trying to go to sleep. It's just not good enough, is it? Understood. Don't play it too loud. Talking.
Who was talking?
The man. Right. What do you have to say now that I can hear you? Well, I like to play my music. Yes, I'm sure you do, but not to the level that you're playing it and upsetting everybody else. I think you should turn it down a little bit. You do know you can get into trouble for that.
So how is it going to come here if I turn it down, Judge?
Yes, you can.
How can I hear it still?
Because if your neighbour phones the council, they'll come out and measure the decibels. That means how loud it is. And if it's over a certain decibel, they can take away your record player. What? They can confiscate everything. They could take it all away and then you can't play music and have it too loud. I'm sure you don't want that, do you?
No.
No.
I just have headphones on. That's a good idea.
Yes, it is a very good idea.
Can we have headphones on so I can still have it on loud?
Yes.
And we can have headphones on and people can just go to hear it.
That's correct.
So is that a good...
That is a very good outcome.
Yes. So case dismissed. Michelle, would you like to take her out? Right, we are ready for a best case, which is a mummy and a child. So, mummy, what's the problem with this little boy?
He doesn't like going to school. And every single morning, it's a fight. Every morning we're quarrelling. He doesn't want to get his uniform on. He wants to play. I don't like school, he says. He's always telling me that, Judge. Right then, boy. You do realise you need to go to school to learn things. Because if you don't, how are you ever going to get a job or get on in life? You won't know anything. It's boring though, Judge. Yes, I know it can be sometimes, but there must be some things you enjoy doing at school. Yes, Judge, I like PE, and I like when we go on the computers. I just don't like doing the sums. I'm not very good at those. Well, you should ask the teacher for extra help. That's what the teacher's there for. If you're struggling, you need to tell that teacher.
I just can't go to school anymore. The sums are too hard. I'm okay, I'm going to computers because I'm not okay with sums.
Well, you see, the problem is, if you don't go to school, eventually they'll come and arrest your mum because she's not making you go. it comes back onto the parent. And I'm sure you don't want your mummy in jail, do you?
I'll be okay. I'll still be my daddy.
Well, I'm sure mummy doesn't want to go to jail. Does she?
I just don't want to do those sums. I'd rather my mummy go to jail doing those hard sums.
Well, every child has to go to school. There's nothing we can do about it.
Got to look over sums. They're too hard, George.
Well, there's lots of children that can't do the sums, or there's another subject that they struggle with. But you still have to go to school. It's the law. It's just the way it is. Once a child gets to a certain age, they have to go to school.
I want to know. I'm going to break a school down with a hammer. Oh, great news, he says. Go, let's go to school. Go, set a school on fire. Another school is being broke. Girls is being set on fire. Go, set a school on fire.
Oh no, that's not very good at all, is it?
And can I say can't go to real one? Or instead of taking 2 months to go to real school.
Wow.
2 months.
Well, it looks to me then like you've got your way.
And it take a long time to get those grades.
Yes.
To go to,
So you're going to get 2 months off school then? Yes. Well, think about this while you're off.
I'm not going to go to school again.
Think
I go to
long and hard about the consequences if you don't go to school. You won't have any knowledge of anything.
I'm not going to go to school
And then your
again.
poor mummy will end up in jail. And
That's okay, he says.
no, it isn't okay, because then the social services people will come and take you away from home, because they'll say your parents aren't bringing you up properly. And I'm sure you don't want that.
Where would they take me?
They take you to foster parents. And if there isn't anybody, then you have to go to a children's home. And be assured, they'll school you in the children's home if you can't get to a school. They have teachers there to do it. So, are you going to behave now?
No. I'm not going to go to school.
Well, you just do as you want, but there will be consequences. Madam, I'm really sorry that I can't talk any sense into your
Right,
son. Right,
consequences!
get the policeman.
Consequences!
Policeman!
Consequences!
Order in my court.
Consequences!
Get the policeman, what are you doing? Come on.
Oh dear, he says. Michelle, oh dear. Michelle's being mocked out. Deal with it, Michelle. Are you okay?
Well, if she's not okay, says the judge, we won't be able to do any more cases. She'll have to go to the hospital.
I'm okay, she said. I just hurt a little bit. I'm okay.
Right.
Good to listen to a good policeman. What do you say about him? What does a policeman say to his school?
He's going to take him to the social services and let them explain everything to him about what will happen if he doesn't go to school.
I'm not going to school.
Well, that's all right. You can just stay with the social services people. That's it.
As a good news, he said. It says I'm never going to go to school again. It says books are sold out, however.
Okay.
More books are sold out, however. There's no school books left to come to a school anymore.
Okay.
School is out, however. Yay! We're going to school again. Yay, Michelle!
What a naughty little
It's
boy.
not naughty. It's just girl's idea. It's just to say house to go. Go. Walk to school.
Broke it.
And go. I reckon there's more school books left and there's more items to our school.
Okay.
So I can't do my schoolwork because I have more school books. That was a good ending for a boy. So I went to Madam, case, big Madam, case dismissed. Right, Michelle, would you like to take this Madam out? Right, here she goes. Right, we are ready for this case. Which is a Tigger and the builder man. Right, Tigger, what's the problem with this builder man? Was he supposed to build something for you?
No, sir. What he was doing, he works on the roads and he was making the roads better. You know, when you get those silly lights up and it stops all the traffic and everybody's ending up in a queue. Yes, of course, but the roads have to be fixed, don't they? Yes. But they've dug the hole right in front of my driveway. So if they would have told me before they did it, I'd have got my car out and parked it somewhere else. But they didn't. They've dug the hole and now my car's stuck on the drive. I can't go to the shops in it. I can't do anything. And I don't think that's right, Judge. Understood. Right, Mr. Builder. I think normally when this sort of thing's going to happen and the road's going to be closed, you let all the people know. I know in the past I've had letters saying on this date your road will be closed for so long. And then like the gentleman said, Tigger, you can move your car and park it somewhere else so you can use it. I think you've been very, very negligent and not done your job properly, have you?
I didn't want Tigger to go to his car. I wanted to block it. Block his car. Block his car.
Can we have a bit of
Block
order?
his car. Block his car. Block
Do you
block
mind,
his
sir?
car. Sorry, I just got carried away.
Speaking.
Just got carried away blocking his car. Yes,
Well,
I want to block his car.
well,
I
you are
can't
not going
use
to
it.
block his car. You're going to help him get his car out.
I'm never doing that, Judge. Mega her one sweetie.
Right, well, we'll get some different builders in to do it.
Okay.
And we'll sack you.
I'm quitting. Case dismissed. I'm quitting my building work. So that comes to a case dismissed. Michelle, would like to show her out. Right, 10. In this case, we should have an old lady and a builder man. So builder man, so lady, what's the problem with this builder man? What is it supposed to do a dog for your old lady?
Yes. And I think, Judge, I've been listening to these cases. A lot of these builders aren't very good, are they? They say they're going to come and do the work and then they don't do it.
Oh, just Rinder say.
Understood. You're right.
So what's your problem, lady?
He was meant to be decorating for me and he just keeps not turning up.
He does not turn me up.
And it's very annoying because I want my house finished. All the paint's there. All he has to do is come and paint the walls. Well, why haven't you been there, builder? I'm very busy, Georgia. I've got lots and lots of jobs. Understood. But you shouldn't take on more jobs if you've already got a job to do that you haven't finished. That's not right. Haven't you got anybody that could help you?
No, he says. No.
Well, I think
More
you ought
to
to
help
think about employing a helper.
I'm not going to call a helper.
Well, you'll get the job done quicker.
I want a mega door, a door.
Michelle, why is everybody this morning being so uncooperative?
What do you want to check us so cockatick?
Because they're just not listening and they're not helping and they're just being stubborn. What a morning this has been.
Sorry, we'll just mega help.
Well, I know this much. I hope I never need a builder to come and do me any work. They're useless.
Why?
They're all useless. They don't do things. They put holes in walls and decorate half a kitchen and all sorts of
So
things.
if you needed something decorative just room, what do you do?
I'd ask around a lot of my friends and see if anybody has had any work done that they were very satisfied with. That's a good way to find a decent builder. Get some recommendations of other people. So think about that, old lady, next time. Get some recommendations. Have a look on the internet. Yes, Judge, I will.
Also get your builders.
And I order you, builder, to go and finish the job off.
Mega.
You have to. It's the law.
I don't have to do
And
it.
I'm the
My
judge.
contact message just get a
Talking. You will do as you're told. I've had enough of this morning.
So my contact message get a mugger builder. She said she was going to check her bank to get a mugger builder.
I think I will, Judge. I'll get rid of him. He's not getting any money out of me.
I'm never getting money. I'm hitting Michelle.
Oh,
Hit.
poor Michelle.
Hit.
I think, policeman, you better come and take this man away. Put him in the prison.
Hit.
Come on, policeman.
Oh dear, are you okay, Michelle? Are you okay after the accident?
It wasn't an accident, it was somebody beating me up.
How does a policeman say?
Don't worry, Michelle. I'm going to take him away and put him in jail.
Yes,
You
gotcha.
can't keep doing that.
So do you think
Sorry, Judge.
do you think called lady is in prison now? Are you happy now?
Yes. That's where he deserves to be.
And you going to get another builder now?
Yes.
So that means case dismissed. Michelle, would you like to talk about the case? Oh dear. So, old lady, how did you feel after the case?
I feel a lot better, Michelle. I'll be very particular about which builder I get now. I'm going to ask my friends.
Do you go ask your friends, says Michelle?
I'm going to ask if anybody's had any building work done. And then they can recommend a good builder to me.
What sort of good builder?
Somebody that actually does the job.
Like Gog a builder?
Yes. I might have to get Bob the builder.
That's good lady. So let's all go to this best case. Who do we have in court now? We have a Tigger and a pirate. Wait, Tigger, what's the cover of this pirate? Was you to take him over white somewhere? A white?
Yes, I was going on holiday.
To where?
San Francisco in America. But
Go to a
when we got to the airport, a lot of the flights were cancelled and we couldn't go on our holiday.
cancelled.
Why was that, pilot? Because, Judge, a lot of people at work had flu, so there weren't enough staff. Even if there were enough pilots, there wasn't enough cabin crew. You know, the people that help you when you're on the flight and bring you food and drinks. So it wasn't really my fault, it was the airline's fault. Well, I agree with you. There's nothing he could have done, Tigger. And surely, because it wasn't your fault, you'll get another flight at a later date. This is what happens. They'll either give you your money back or get you another flight. Is that right, pilot? Yes, sir. And especially if you've got travel insurance, you'll be covered for everything.
Yes, I got travel insurance, he says.
Well, that's good. Because, says the judge, you shouldn't really travel anywhere abroad without any travel insurance. And then if anything goes wrong, you've got your insurance money. Because you could get ill in another country. And like in America, you have to pay at the hospital. They don't give you free treatment. So make sure you've got everything in order, Tigger, before you go. And can I just say, have a great time. Thank you, Judge.
Case dismissed. Michelle, would you like to take him out? Right then. Let's see who we got in the best case. Best case is a higher van and a little girl. So higher van. What's your problem with this little girl?
The problem I have, Judge, she's a little pest.
Pest?
Yes.
What does she do wrong to be a pest?
Because she keeps phoning the fire station and saying there's a fire somewhere. And we all rush out and get into the fire engine and fly off. And when we get there, there's no fire. And this little girl is always hanging around watching. So we think she's making the phone calls. And it's wasting all our time. And if we're out at what we call a hoax fire, what if somebody's house really is on fire and we're all busy at a building that's not even alight? Right, little girl, I don't understand why you're doing this. It's not funny. It's not good. These firemen put their lives at risk for us. And they don't want messing about like this going to hoax calls.
Going to silly calls.
It's just not right. Because like the fireman said, somebody could really need them and they're all just on a wild goose chase.
How come they go on my own goose chase?
Because it's just a lot of nonsense and there's no fire. You're sending them where there isn't any problems. So it has to stop. Because, young lady, it is against the law. You're not allowed to phone the fire people unless you really need them. Do you understand? Yes, Judge, I do. I'm sorry, fireman. I won't do it again. Make sure you don't.
I would always do it. Eagerly, I do. I would want to do it. Every day is okay, honey. I would like to do it. Every day
Little
and
girl,
every
do
night.
you realise you're in Judge Rinder's court and you're in contempt? Be quiet.
I don't wanna stop. I would keep making wholesome arms. I would keep making wholesome arms. Because I like it. I him kiss homie. When we get there, it's so homie.
Right, I think the policeman will have to be
It's
involved
so
in this one.
homie.
Quickly,
It's
policeman, could you get this little girl and get her out of my court?
What's she saying? What did she say about just then? What did she say
She
about?
keeps saying she's going to keep doing it and I want her out of my court.
How did she say? What else did she say about? Did she say about? Did she say I could keep doing it all
Yes.
the time?
Well, she can't.
I can do it every day.
Right, you
I would
assaulted
hurt
a
a
policeman.
policeman and make him dead.
That's it now. I think.
Oh, look, he's unconscious. He can't get up.
So what am I going to do? Have we got another policeman?
I think he was only policeman on duty
Oh,
at the
goodness
moment.
me.
So what are you going to do about your school now, Michelle? What did Michelle
Well, there are
him?
plenty of men in this courtroom. I'm sure they can get her and take her out. A little girl can't be strong enough against all these men.
Oh, she's watching Mugger out. That's so horrid, she says. What did she say? Just two men walked out. What did she say?
She says if the little girl doesn't move, we'll have to empty the courtroom.
I do that be up to your courtroom.
Everybody will have to go because we can't do any cases while we've got this little girl causing problems.
Okay, I would leave, she says. And I won't go to prison because there's no police around. Bye-bye. The case is over. Bye-bye. Oh, we're unconscious. Oh dear, he said I should go back to prison and get my rest. Oh dear. Michelle, who's going to do her best case now? Which is Donald Duck and Daisy Duck. So Donald, what's your cooking with Daisy today?
Well, Judge, things haven't been too good at the clubhouse lately. Everybody seems to be falling out because people aren't behaving and they're making a mess and they're just not tidying up. And when we're trying to sing, they're shouting and making silly noises. They're just trying to disrupt it all the time. I don't know what's got into Daisy. She's just been so silly.
What did she disrupt him?
Everything. They can't do anything because she's just making all loud noises and singing over the top of us and I don't know what to do with the judge. Daisy, what's made you start misbehaving like this?
I like misbehaving. Daddy, so nice. I love my daddy so. He is so ugly. I love him so much. My dad is so ugly and cute.
Can we have a bit of quiet,
I
Daisy?
could you're so smooth.
Daisy!
To holidays away to guides and could take us away.
Donald, I understand now your problem.
To guides away. Wait to tricks away.
I think the best thing you can do,
Just
Donald,
take us all
is
away
not
to heaven.
let Daisy in the clubhouse.
Take us all away.
And then she can't
Walk
disrupt
us
everything.
all away.
And that's my ruling on that
Get
case.
us all away. Get us all away.
Ban her from the clubhouse and ban her from my court.
Don't! I want my teeth to die. I want my teeth to choose. My toes are so ugly to write. I could take 'em to whisk. I could take 'em to whisk. I want my Donald so much and so ugly. How does it just say?
Well, he's told Donald not to let her into the clubhouse and she won't be allowed back into this courtroom. Ever. And
Why
I
not?
refuse to let her in because she's making so much noise. Can't hear herself thinking.
I want you to away. I'm here. She's actually taken.
Yes, well, she needs taken out.
Policeman has took her out.
Good. What a noisy person.
Take us all away. Right then, George. Let's take you out. You should walk on to the next case, which is Mickey Mouse and the Golden Man. So, Mickey, what's your problem with the Golden Man?
The problem is, builders are not very good, Judge. Oh, let's not start this again, says the judge. Another builder causing problems. I think we ought to get all these builders together and give them all a good talking to.
Why?
Because they don't get on with the job they're meant to be doing. They just keep leaving people in the lurch.
So, Mickey, what's the problem with the Golden, Mickey?
Well, as you said, Judge, they don't get on with the jobs. 3 weeks now he's been supposedly.
So, Mickey, what sort of job did you want to do, Mickey?
He was meant to be putting me a conservatory on the house. And it's just taking forever. 3 weeks he's been doing it, and we're no nearer to it being finished than we were 3 weeks ago. He just doesn't do any work. He's very lazy.
I was just saying.
Well, I think then you're either going to have to get another builder, or this one here, if he's anything good about him, will come and get the job finished.
I would rather get the job finished. I would hit Michelle.
Whoa, this is not good. Why are you hitting Michelle?
Because all builders do that.
Oh,
Maybe you should stop having builders in court.
I think you're correct.
What you have is builders coming to court.
We're going to say no builders allowed in here.
What do builders do before they get into court? What you going to do to Michelle every time?
You're always hitting her.
So this time we'll just have all builders going next time.
Yes.
They're always attacking Michelle. Oh, Josh, it's really hurt me.
I would think, Michelle, that you wouldn't want to come to work anymore.
Can you take it out with your other builder?
Yes.
Look, there is 2 builders in prison.
Wow.
2.
And Mickey says that's the best place for them. Prison.
That means case dismissed. Michelle would like to take Mickey out. Yes. And we're going to be ready for his last case. Last case of today is Tigger and Cougar. So, Tigger, what's your problem with Cougar?
Well, he keeps leaving honey jars all over the place. And then, of course, they're very sticky. And then the bees can smell the honey and they're coming in the house. And I don't want my house full of bees. And he doesn't care. He's got pot after pot after pot. I don't know how many he's got. He's always on the search for honey. Why do you like honey so much, Pooh Bear? I just do, Judge. It's my very favourite thing. And I have to have lots of jars. I don't want to run out. I'd be very upset if I couldn't find any honey. Well, that's okay. Haven't you got a cupboard to put them all in? Instead of leaving them all around the house. You know, when you've eaten it, you don't just throw the pot away, you know. It wants to be cleaned. Doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes, I suppose so.
So it was Cougar who were cut away.
So, Pooh, I think what you need to do is when you've got a pot empty, put it in the dishwasher. And then when it gets pretty full, you can set the dishwasher off and it will clean all your pots and dry them.
Are you sure that's the best idea, George?
I'm certain, because that way you don't have to clean them. You just put them in the machine and set it off.
Good, George, I don't think that's the best idea.
Well, what do you think's the best idea?
Just come across the agreement like chemistry.
You can't keep buying new pots. Don't you have those ones that's like made out of the same material as a plate? They're not just throwaway ones, are they?
You can't throw away yours. What did you say?
It says, you must have lots of money if you can keep just throwing them all away and buying new. You're just being lazy.
All I have is 100 cows.
Well, that won't last very long if you keep throwing things away, will it?
How much would 100 cows last?
I'm not sure. It depends how many pots you buy.
How much money is each pot?
I'm not sure. You ought to know, Winnie, because you'll go and buy them.
I got 10 cots and 10 cots. I got 10 cots a week.
Okay.
So
How much do they cost you?
21 cots a week because I have 3 cots a whole day. So it's 21 cots a week.
Oh, crikey.
So how much money is each cot?
I don't know. I don't buy them. You should know because you'll go to the shop.
You go to a shop sometimes. Those Tigger and Jeff, you should know how much.
Yes, but I don't look at those pots because I don't eat. Honey.
So who should look at it then?
Well, maybe Michelle knows how much they cost. Yes, Judge, I think they're about £4 each, which isn't very cheap. Your £100 will soon disappear.
So how much you guys 21 cots in a week?
It's too much money.
So what is 100 cows go in a week? It's 100 cows.
Yes, I'm sure it will, if he keeps doing that.
I just wish you said there's 100 cows so disappear.
She says it'd be a lot cheaper if you just use the dishwasher.
I don't have a dishwasher.
Well,
That's
I think
a problem.
the problem then, you need to buy one.
I don't have a money for a dishwasher would be about 50 cows. Someone has said I will have 100 cows. I don't have enough money to buy a dishwasher. Sorry.
You'll have to get a job and earn some money then, won't you?
I just called us and I got him a job to earn some money. Me?
What sort of job could I do?
But I'm cool there.
Yes.
Girls are very good at doing jobs.
I think
What?
you could be in charge of the bees, seeing as you like the honey so much.
Girls don't want me to do these jobs. Girls just be lazy and don't do jobs.
Well, if Tigger keeps finding these pots all over the place, I suggest you just throw them away, Tigger. And then when he runs out, he'll be upset.
So, would you have to try something else then? You just can't stalk? Or would you have to go to his 100 cows?
And you just have to go and use different things to put his honey in. Get some cups out of the cupboard or a dish.
I just said yes to cut you a jig with him. That's a bit silly.
Wow.
I just has to do a case dismissed. So, would you like to talk about the case of these two? Wait, Tigger and Cougar, how do you feel after this case?
Well, said Tigger, I don't really think it's going to change anything.
Why
Because
not?
he's so lazy. He just wants to eat up his honey, throw the things away. He doesn't want to tidy up or anything.
I'm a lazy guy. He said I don't want to work, I don't want to move him, so I just have to go my home and dig with Tim's.
Well, then I think, says Tigger, we might have to live in different houses because I can't stand all the mess and you don't care. That's a good idea, says Michelle.
Yes, so let's live in different houses.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a great idea. Yes. Yes.